Before the holidays, we started the 8th chapter, Fibers and Fabrics, that we will continue today. Ninth chapter it is. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So we saw that different types of clothes are made up of different types of materials. Mostly they are made up of fibers, okay? And that too, different kinds of fibers. Like woolen clothes are made up of a thick fiber, a different fiber, whereas summer clothes are made up of a lighter fiber, a different kind of fiber. We saw that there is diversity in clothing, that different types of clothing is there, which is all made up of fiber, but made in different ways. Like we have sari blouse, salwar kameez, kurta pajama, all are made of some kind of fiber. Okay. Then we saw the activity when we split the yarn. If we try to split the yarn, it splits into more thinner strands. Okay. Those are called fibers. Okay. Those strands are called fibers.
Ma'am,
Then, yeah.
ma'am, you split a piece of yarn, ma'am. I don't think that's like, and then you split the string, ma'am. The very thin, hairy substance that you find, ma'am, I think that is called a fiber. Like when it's no more able to split with your hands, kind of.
Yeah, yes. So very thin strand, hairy strand is fiber. Now, when all of them are put together, like when thin strands are put together, that makes a fabric, means a piece of cloth, okay? Or a thicker strand, which is then used to make a piece of cloth, okay? Now, we saw about different kinds of fibers, okay? We saw that fabrics are mainly of four types: cotton, silk, woolen, and synthetic. Okay. Then we saw that there are two types of fibers mainly. One is called natural fibers, and the other one is called synthetic fibers. Natural ones, which are obtained from plants and animals, obtained naturally, and synthetic fibers, which are man made, okay, which are made up of chemical substances. Then we've done in-text questions 9.1. Now, some plant fibers. We will start with natural fibers. Okay? And cotton is a natural fiber because it is obtained from cotton plant. Okay. Now, cotton is obtained from cotton plants. Cotton plants are usually grown at place shape having black soil and warm climate. Now, cotton plants are grown in black soil in the places where warm climate is there. And if we talk about the states it's grown in, it's mainly in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Gujarat. So, cotton, the fruits of the cotton plant are, or you can say cotton balls, and the shape of a ball and about the size of a lemon. So, after, yes.
Ma'am, in the bracket it's written cotton balls, ma'am. But how do you pronounce it?
How do you pronounce it means?
Ma'am, because cotton balls will be BALLS. It's BOLLS.
I think that's a spelling error, a printing mistake. It's
Miss,
gonna be,
I saw
yes.
when I was going out, I saw cotton.
Mhm.
Like it was like corn. The cob is there, right? Like a corn cob. There was cotton. It was like cotton, and it had like a corn cob shape.
Okay. Uh, am I usually cotton doesn't has a corn cob shape? It has a ball shape. Okay. I think you must have seen another material. Okay. Another material that may be like similar
Sure.
looking to cotton, but not actually cotton. Okay. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's like a kind of shiny and it is another material, but not cotton. Okay. Because cotton is grown in like balls, it's a
Okay,
closed ball,
ma'am.
and it has kind of brown covering. In that, it matures, and when it matures, it bursts open, and cotton is like cotton comes out of it. Okay, cotton is revealed. So seeds covered with cotton fibers can be seen. If you can see in the picture, they are cotton balls which are burst open. Okay, now cotton fibers are white. So a cotton field that is ready for picking looks like a field covered with snow. Okay, so it looks like a field covered
Ma'am,
with, yes.
no, Emma, that is kind of right. You can call them like a similar family to corn, kind of. I think it's like, ma'am, corn you see is like it's like a corn. There is something covering the cotton inside, but it's not coming in completely. Unlike like a, you can consider it more of a flower with sepals.
Mm-hmm. Yes, can be. It can look like a flower also. Okay, but not entirely a corn shape, not entirely a corn. Okay, because corns are like actually bigger in size, and these are smaller in comparison to that. The cotton ball flower shape, like cotton balls, are much smaller than that. Okay, now it is usually picked by hand. Okay, the farmers go into the cotton fields and they pick cotton, which these cotton flowers, which are burst open with hands. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. This process is called ginning of cotton. Okay, means that the seeds, because seeds are still there inside the cotton. Okay, so that cotton is combed and the seeds come out while combing. So this method, well, seeds are separated by combing, is known as ginning of cotton. Ginning was traditionally done by hand, and nowadays machines are used for ginning. Okay. Now, next is jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. In India, it is cultivated during the rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. How many of you use jute products at home? Maybe a jute bag, a jute basket, or a mat. You've seen any jute item at your home?
Ma'am, is this pouch jute or is it silk?
Show, move it a little bit down. No, it's not jute, I think. It's not jute, okay? Jute is like rough, okay? Jute material is a little rough. It has a rough texture, okay? It usually has a creamish brown color, okay? And have you seen the texture of rope? A rope, the actual rope.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So jute things have kind of similar texture, not that rough, a little smooth, but kind of similar texture, like a rope. Okay. So jute materials have that texture, a little rough surface. Okay. Jute is used to make bags and mats and baskets, buckets. Okay. All
Ma'am,
of
is
this.
this jute?
I think that is jute. Okay. So ropes also. Now, in India, it is cultivated during the
Ma'am,
rainy season.
if I was to process jute and make it softer, would it be considered as a natural material or a man-made material?
Would it be considered as a natural material or a man-made material? It would be considered as a natural material only. Okay, because the original jute will be obtained from the plant itself, right? You are just making it soft. Okay, we are just making it soft, but it's still obtained from the original, from the plant only. So it will be a natural material. Okay, natural fiber. Now, Um, so it is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. It is normally harvested when it is at flowering stage. The stems of the harvested plants are immersed in water for a few days. Okay, so they take the stem of the plant, okay, and then they put it in water for a few days. So when the stems rot, okay, and the fibers are like separated with hand, and then it is processed and yarns are made out of these fibers, okay, and
Ma'am,
then that yarn, yes.
and that's why jute bags are so much more expensive than plastic bags.
Yeah, jute bags are more expensive than plastic bags, that's right. Okay, now, so then they are separated by hand, then the fibers are made into a yarn, and then that yarn is made used to make jute bags and jute mats and everything. Okay, now then there is the process of spinning of cotton yarn. The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. Okay, do you know that when we make yarn from fibers, we do it by a process which is known as spinning. What happens is, in this process, fibers form a mass of cotton wool, are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form a yarn. Spinning is done using takli, spindle, and charkha. Spinning of yarn on a large scale is done with the help of spinning machines. Now, when we have very thin fibers, okay, we continual spinning of those fibers is done to make a yarn, okay, to make that into a yarn. Okay, it's twisted, it's spinned to make a yarn. The materials that are used to make a yarn or to do the spinning are mentioned here: uh, takli, spindle, and charkha. Okay, these are the spinning materials or devices. Now, spinning of yarn on a large scale is done with the help of spinning machines. There are also big spinning machines with which yarn is spun, okay, with which the fibers are spun to make yarn. Okay. Now, the charkha holds a great importance during the time of independence because Mahatma Gandhi used charkha during that time. Okay. So what happened was that Mahatma Gandhi inspired the people to spin, um, to wear clothes that are made up of homespun yarn. Means that this, I think I've explained this before. It's called, the material was called khadi. Okay, means that handmade or material made from hand spun yarn. Okay. So that time the mills that was there were of the British people. Okay. The mills were of the British people. So to discourage people from wearing the clothes made by the British, and make their own clothes to show the independence. Okay, a move towards the independence. Gandhiji started using charkha and taught people how to make clothes with charkha, make yarn with charkha, and then make their own clothes. Okay, this is charkha. This device is charkha here. Okay, and the clothes, the material made out of this hand spun yarn was known as khadi. Okay, khadi material, clothes made up of khadi. Okay, that is, we still have clothes of khadi material in the market available. Okay, means that they are made up of hand spun yarn. Okay, understood? Now,
And
yes,
on the charka in our there's a charka even in our flag, right, ma'am?
yes, there is a charkha in our flag too. Okay, now yarn to fabric. There are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarns. The two main processes are weaving and knitting. So this is weaving. You can see in the picture. Okay. You might have noticed that a fabric is made up of two sets of yarns arranged together. The process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called weaving. Okay. Two sets of yarns means two different types of yarns are arranged together in a pattern. Okay. Arranged together, they keep arranging it together in a pattern. Okay, until until it becomes a cloth. Okay, until we have a fabric. Fabric is basically a piece of cloth that is made up of fibers. Okay, or yarn. All right, so this whole process is called weaving. Weaving of fabric is done on looms. The looms are either hand operated or power operated. These are machines. Okay, these are machines. This is hand loom, means you have to operate it with hand. You have to put the thread, pull the thread, okay, twist the cloth. You have to operate it with hand, okay. And this is power loom, okay, means you put in the cloth, okay, and then the fabric comes out on the other side, okay. You put in the threads and everything here, okay, and it makes it into a fabric from here, okay. So this is loom. Have you heard, like, while buying clothes, if you have went out to buy clothes, some shopkeepers say that this is handloom material, okay, this is handloom material, this is handloom, okay. Sometimes they specify that this is handloom, and sometimes people want to buy handloom because they are like valuable, okay, and a little more expensive. Why? Because they are made with hands. Like handloom machines are like operated by hands only. Okay, somebody has to operate them.
Ma'am, they're very delicate.
They are very delicate. Yes, they are very delicate. Okay. It is a long process. In handlooms, it is a long, detailed, complicated process. They are delicate also. They are a bit expensive also. Okay. So those are handlooms, and power looms are there, which is usually used mostly everywhere. Okay. Handlooms is a bit traditional, and power looms is the modern that is used mostly everywhere now. Okay.
Huh. Ma'am, so the
Yes.
t-shirts and pants that you find at the shop, which say 100% cotton, and are they are mostly and like they are not for expensive prices. Those are those are power loom or hand loom.
The t-shirts that we normally buy, you're saying,
Yes, ma'am.
they are parlooms mostly. They are parlooms. Okay.
And
Handlooms
only
are
the people in India do like do this cotton or or like hand looms. Do you only get it in India or do you get it other places in the world?
I think it is there in other countries also outside India, but like not so much. Okay, mostly, like I say, mostly everywhere power loom is used. Okay, but at some places, handloom is also done, is also used. Outside India too, I think there are some places, you have to look it up, where handloom is still done. Okay, handloom is mostly fabrics for saris. Okay, if you've seen saris, if you've like seen some kurtis, dupattas, saris, those materials I've mostly seen in handloom. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So those materials are mostly in handloom. Okay. I'll show you a small clip of yarns spinning and this handloom machine working and the power loom machine working and how weaving is done through it. Okay. Then there is knitting. Knitting is a special type of weaving. In knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. Similarly, a sweater is knitted. If you've seen in movies, elder people, usually grandparents, grandmothers, okay, taking two metal like sticks or plastic sticks and then doing this, and then the cloth and with the yarn ball, and then us making a scarf or a cap, a
Yes,
sweater.
ma'am.
Yes, so that is known as knitting. Okay, that is knitting.
Now my
They,
grandmother does knitting.
your grandmother does knitting. Yes, so that's right. Even my grandmother used to do knitting. Okay, so that is knitting, where you make um, clothes or like fabrics using the wool and knitting it together by hand. Okay,
How
socks,
is it done,
caps.
ma'am?
Say again.
Ma'am, the textbook is giving, ma'am, like, can you like show us a video or something of how knitting is done, ma'am? Because it's saying that from two pieces of yarn, ma'am, it's kind of easy to understand. You loop the other one upon each other, ma'am. But from one piece, ma'am, I want to understand how the person does.
Okay, we'll show you a video about of these topics. Okay, let's finish it first and then we'll watch video. Okay, let's give this a read and then we'll watch a video on it. A single yarn gets pulled out continuously as the fabric gets unraveled. Like socks, many other clothing items are made of knitted fabrics. You must have seen clothes made of hosiery. These clothes are made by knitting. Now,
Ma'am, what's hoistry?
hosiery is a material, okay, a material which is quite soft, okay, which is soft and comfortable. Mostly the clothes that we wear at home are made up of hosiery material. Okay, it's like a soft fabric, very soft, comfortable, breathable fabric. Okay, yeah. Okay, your sister does knitting. That's pretty good. That's very good. Okay, now we will see all of it. Like we'll see making fabric with jute fiber. 1 minute.
And there's no sound. Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, there is no sound, ma'am, and it's breaking. It's like tit, 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 tit.
there is no sound still.
And it's breaking also.
It's breaking also. I'll just restart it.
Ancient Chinese summer cloth, made
Ma'am,
from jute, was a primary material for summer garments due to its excellent breathability. Summer cloth is a traditional fabric made from jute. The process begins with harvesting. Jute is collected when it reaches the appropriate height. After harvesting, the jute stems are soaked in water for several days to separate the fibers from the woody parts. The soaked stems are then stripped to remove the outer bark and extract the inner fibers. These
it's
Yeah.
breaking. Ma'am, the video is breaking.
Okay. I think you are facing a little bit of network issue.
Yes, ma'am, it's not breaking for me.
It's not breaking for you, Emma?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, it's breaking for me. Like
Okay.
it's like the guy is showing, and then the scene. There's not a complete scene.
Okay. So what I'll do is you watch it here once. I'll put the links in the group also. Okay.
Sure.
So you all can watch later.
fibers are separated into strips and need to be dried in the sun. Drying not only prevents mildew, but also strengthens the fibers. The dried fibers are then combed and spun into yarn using traditional spinning tools, such as hand spindles or spinning wheels. The yarn is subsequently woven into cloth using a loom.
So you saw at the end that how yarn was created and how out of the yarn it was spun and made clothes out of it. Did you saw at the end the big piece of cloth that was there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then we will check out handloom. Okay, 1 minute. These are like different types of clothes made using the handloom. This is a silk sari which is being made using a handloom. Understood how handloom works?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Then we'll just quickly check out power looms.
Ma'am, I can't hear anything. Ma'am, I can't hear, ma'am, and it's very breaky. Ma'am, I can't hear.
Okay, there was nothing in the video. It was just a very funny music that was there only. Okay, no, like
Okay, ma'am.
actual weaving sound. Just turn on the. This is a parlor. Everything is done by machine, and saris are being made here too. Understood? And last we'll just also watch weaving, knitting. This is I think making of a star. It's knitting. Okay, like how yarn is taken and it is knitted. Okay, different things are knitted. Okay, all right. So hope everything is clear now. A picture of everything, how it works,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
it goes like.
Ma'am.
Okay, all right. Then history of clothing material. Thousands of years ago, man discovered clothing material to protect himself from heat, sun, and rain. It appears that in those times, people used the bark and big leaves of trees or animal skins and furs to cover themselves. In the ancient times, that is thousands of years back from now, the first type of clothing material that was used was bark of trees. Okay, they used to cut barks of trees to cover themselves. Okay, and also leaves, big leaves. Have you seen banana leaves? Okay, there are
Yes,
some,
ma'am.
yes, some leaves which are very big, and they used to like attach it, okay, together, cut it, attach it, and make pieces of clothing with leaves, barks, okay, and animal skins also. Because the ancient times people used to hunt animals down, okay, by hand. They used to remove the skins, okay, then cook it and all. So with the skins, they used to make their clothing also. Then later, they learned to weave twigs and grass, vines to weave fabrics. Okay, so they started using twigs. Okay, they started to weave them. Okay, animal fleece or hair were twisted together in long strands. These were woven into fabrics. Then they started to make cotton fabric. People used to wear unstitched clothes. They simply draped the fabric around different parts of their body, very in like the early time. Then slowly they learned to put it together, weave it, stitch it. Okay, then with the invention of the sewing needle, people started stitching fabrics to make clothes. Okay, all right, which we wear unstitched. You can do that if you want to. Then in text questions 9.2, we will continue from here tomorrow. Okay, that's all for today. Any doubts in any of the portion, knitting or weaving, spinning, jute or cotton fiber? Any doubt in any of the portion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Abraham, what are you thinking?
Ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh.
No doubt.
Okay. So you have 5 minutes break, and then we'll begin with
Okay,
maths.
ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, where is Shriyan?
Where is Shreyan? Don't really know. He was unwell, but I don't know if he'll be like joining.
Okay, ma'am.
We will start now.
Okay, ma'am.
Hi, Nathaniel. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, videos on, please. All of you. Before the breaks, we finished with the sixth chapter, that is linear equation in one variable. And we tried out some questions too for the sixth chapter. Um, Okay. For the test, have I taken the test of the fourth chapter, fifth chapter, math test? No, right? Okay. So, we'll schedule a test and I'll let you know for the previous chapters. Today we will start with the seventh chapter. Okay. That is ratio and proportion. Okay. Today, mainly we'll talk about ratio. Anybody knows what is a ratio? Any little bit of an idea? What is a ratio? Okay, so a ratio is relationship between two quantities, okay, but two similar quantities, where we can say that one quantity is how many times or what part of the other quantity, okay? Two similar quantities, two similar quantities. For example, ratio can be the number of girls to the number of boys, or the ratio can be between the number of apples to the number of oranges. Okay. Can the ratio be taken between books and toys? Can the ratio be taken between books and toys?
Yes, ma'am.
No, it cannot be taken. Okay. Why? Is because books is a different quantity, a totally different thing, and toys are a totally different thing. If you see here, boys and girls and apples and oranges, boys and girls are both people, okay, humans. Apple and oranges are both fruits. So they are similar quantities, but books and toys are different quantities, okay, two completely different quantities. So we cannot take the ratio, we cannot actually compare them,
We can.
okay. Usually, ratio is the relation between two similar quantities, okay,
Ma'am,
two
like
similar
we
quantities.
could say, what are the ratio of toys? What are the ratio of toys to books in your room?
We can take a ratio, okay, we can take a ratio, but it is two different quantities, okay, it is two different quantities. Mostly ratio is done to establish relation between two similar type of quantities. Okay, you can do a ratio of books to toys, but they are like different quantities. Mostly it is for same kind of quantities. Okay, okay, okay. Now the ratio, when we write it down, it is written using two dots in between. That is known as a colon. Okay, that is known as a colon. Like I'll write apple to oranges, and I'll write the quantity 4:6. This is the ratio. 4:6 is my ratio. Okay. Now, the two dots in between are known as colon, and 4 and 6 are both terms of ratio. Terms of ratio. When we consider them together,
Ma'am,
Yes.
this can be simplified to be written as 2:3, right?
Yes, it can be simplified to be written as 2:3.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
can even write it into a fraction, 2/3.
Yes, it can be written in a fraction also. That is right, 2/3. Now the first term here, okay, 4 is known as, the first term of ratio is known as antecedent, okay. And the second term of the ratio is known as consequent. Okay. The second term is known as consequent. When we consider both of them together, they are terms. If I'm saying the first term of ratio, that is an antecedent. The second term of ratio is called consequent. Okay. Now, about ratios are mostly like written when they are reduced into simplest form. What does that mean? I have 4:, I have the ratio 4:6. I will write it in a fraction, that is 4/6. And then I will reduce it. How? I will cancel it with the, I have to see that they should be divisible by the same number. Like 4 and 6 are both divisible by 2. How many times? 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. Okay, which gives me the fraction 2/3, which I can write in ratio term 2:3. Okay, this is called, yes,
Ma'am, this ratio is it's just like simplifying a fraction, right, ma'am?
yes, it is like simplifying a fraction. Okay, we reduce it, okay, to the lowest. We reduce it to the lowest, and then we can write that in ratio form. Okay, so 4/6 can also be written as, will be reduced and written as 2:3. Okay, 2:3. All right. Now we will try out some questions where we have to find out the ratio. Okay, where we have to find out the ratio. Uh, have you all written this?
Ma'am,
Yes,
my
Nathaniel.
screen is blank. I can't see anything that you've written.
You can't see anything.
No.
Check your network, Nathaniel.
Yes, ma'am, it's working fine, but I still can't see anything.
I don't know why that is happening. Is it visible to everyone else?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the image I've sent you in the chat, Nathaniel? It's what's on the screen. And check your network once again. Okay. You can log out and log in.
Okay, ma'am,
Okay.
now it came.
Now it came. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we will move forward and I'll give you some questions to try out about ratio. Okay. You have to find out the ratio of 38 and 114. Then find out the ratio of 165 centimeter and 220 centimeter. Find out the answers and tell me how much we are getting. We will cancel 38 and 114. By 2 we can cancel. This is 19. 114 by 2. 57. Then 19 is 1 and 57 comes 3 times. 1 by 3, which can be written as 1:3. The ratio for the first one is 1:3. Understood? Second one.
Ma'am, can I do the second one and tell you? No, ma'am.
Yes, Emma.
Ma'am, my name is Abraham.
Abraham. Yes, Abraham. Do the second one and tell me.
Ma'am, is it 3:4?
Is it 3:4? It is 3:4. Correct. We will cancel it. We will get 3 by 4. 3:4. Okay. So when you have to find out the ratio, okay, you can simply do it, cancel it, okay, and then reduce it to the lowest possible and then write it in ratio form. Okay. Now, what if we have the quantities in points in a decimal? Okay. Look at this one. Rupees 17.20 and rupees 86.00. I have them in decimal. Okay. Now what to do is we remove the decimal point. Okay. We remove the decimal point and take the numbers as it is and then find the ratio. Okay. How? Remove the decimal, it will become 1720, and remove the decimal, it will become 8600. Okay. Now cancel and find out the ratio. you can cancel 0 with 0. Okay. Then you can
Is it 1:2?
1
Like
is
2 is
to
to 1, 2 is to 1.
2 is to 1. No, check again.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Sorry, say again.
I think
This is 86. This is 4, 3. This is 860. No, this is 86 only. And 860 is 430. Then
ma'am, is it 43 is to 215?
43 is to 215. Let me check, Abraham. I think it will be reduced more. This becomes 43 and this becomes 430. 430 this. It becomes
So 250.
215. Now 215 and 43. No, they are not divisible by 3. 43 is divisible by 9. No, 215.
7?
7. Check with 7.
No, ma'am.
43 with 7. It's not divisible with 7 too. 43 and 215. Okay. If I do it with the 0 on, 1720 and 8600 with 5, 344, and with 5 it's gonna be 1720. Then with 2 it's gonna be 172 and 1720 with 2, 860. Okay, it's gonna give the same thing.
And 1
43,
is to 2. The ratio is 1 is to 2.
1 is to 2. So is 43 times of 2 is 86. It's coming, and
Ma'am,
3.
ma'am, I'm saying that is because
Okay,
860 is
I got it.
1720 is double of 8600.
Okay, I got it. It's 1 by 5. Okay, because 43 times 5 is 215. 43 multiplied by 5 is 215. So we have 1 by 5.
Ma'am, I think, ma'am, but ratio is like a fraction, no, ma'am. So then why we cannot take it like that? 43 times 5 is 215. It needs to be divisible by both, ma'am. Right?
Um, yeah, yes, and no. Like if it is being divided by the number on top and the bottom number is coming, okay, then it can be cancelled. Okay, it can be cancelled. Look, in the first one also we did the same thing. In the table of 19, 57 was coming
Ma'am,
3 times.
ma'am, understood, ma'am. We don't take 5, ma'am. We take 45 instead, and then we cancel it to be 1 is to 5.
We take 43, okay, and cancel it to be 1 is to 5. Okay, understood all of you how 1 is to 5 came?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you have a decimal, you remove the decimal, take the whole number as it is, divide it, okay, cancel it to the lowest until you have a ratio. Okay, write it down and then we'll try out more questions.
Ma'am, can we try more questions?
We'll try more questions. Written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, another question. Another question is, find the ratio between 2 kg and 500 gram. Can you think and tell me how will we be able to find a ratio between 2 kg and 500 gram?
Ma'am, first don't we need to take the 2
Ma'am,
and
2 is
make
to
it into
0.5.
2000?
Both of you say one by one. Say one by one. Emma, yes, Emma.
Ma'am, won't you have to make 2 into 2000 first and then cut out the zeros? So it's 20 over 5 at the end. And then we have to do it.
Yes, Emma, you're right. Abraham,
Ma'am, won't it be 2 is to 0.5?
2 is to 0.5. I think you can do and try it out if you're getting the
Ma'am,
ratios
4 is to 1.
4 is to 1. Yes, then you can convert it like that too. Okay, you can convert any one quantity. Okay, but it has to be similar. Like you can make the kilogram to gram, or you can make the gram to kilogram. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so 2 into
Ma'am,
the
you just have to
the
double it.
yes, we will double it. I'm right now making 2 kg to 2000 gram. You can also make 500 gram to kg. Okay, so the ratio becomes, or the fraction becomes 2000 divided by 500. Okay, we cancel the zeros. We have 20 by 5. Now cancel 1 and 4. 4 by 1, or 4 is to 1 is the ratio. Okay, you can convert any one quantity.
So, ma'am, to convert a ratio, whenever you need to increase the ratio, so it becomes normal, you need to multiply both the front part and the back part, like a fraction. Right, ma'am?
Yes, like a fraction, we have to multiply both the parts. This is quite a lengthy chapter. One of the lengthiest chapters that we have.
Ma'am, but it's the easiest.
Yes, it's the easiest. Okay, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Try out this question. There are 100 boys, and 80 girls in a school. you have to find the ratio between ratio of boys and total students and ratio of girls and boys, girls to boys. Find out both the ratios.
Ma'am, 9:4.
9:4.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Ratio boys to total students.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. I need you to check it again.
Ma'am,
Boys to total students.
4:9. Sorry.
Recheck it again. Recheck.
Ma'am, is it 2:1?
No, not 2:1.
Ma'am, 5:9.
5:9. Yes.
And ma'am, can I see the next one?
Yes, see the next one.
5:9.
4:5.
4:5. Yes, good. 4:5. Okay. So we know that total, for the total number of students, we have to add the number of boys and the number of girls.
Ma'am,
It's gonna be 100 plus 80.
ma'am, if
Yes.
we first do the second question, ma'am, then the first one becomes much more simpler.
Okay.
If we find the ratio of girls as to boys, which is 4:5, then we just have to add 4:5 and keep it as 9, and then put the other one as 5.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. But you still have to do the first one first. You can do the second one first too. Okay. Boys is 100. Okay. By the total, that is 180. Cancel out the zeros. 2 5s are 10. 2 9s are 18. We have 5 by 9. The ratio becomes 5:9. Second one also, girls to boys, we have 80 girls and 100 boys. Cancel. 2 4s are and 5s are. 4 by 5, the ratio becomes 4:5. Okay. So this way you can find out the ratio. Okay. Now, one more problem question we will try out. Okay. One more problem question we will try out. Shall I clear the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
the monthly income of a family. Monthly income of a family is 15,000 rupees. Okay. How much are they saving? They are saving 3,000 rupees per month. This is their monthly savings, 3,000. The ratio that you have to find out is ratio of income and expenditure. Then we
Ma'am,
have,
expenditure is how much they spend, right?
yes, expenditure is one hint is, I'll give you one hint. Expenditure is income minus savings. Okay? Because income is the total of how much you're saving and how much you're spending. Means the total, how much you're getting, that is the income. Out of that, how much we have saved. Besides how much we have saved, the rest is going to be how much we spent, okay, or the expenditure. Ratio of income and saving. Ratio of income and saving. And ratio of saving and expenditure. Find out all the three ratios.
Ma'am, is the first one 15 to 12?
How much, Emma?
First one 15 to 12?
5050,
15. 1, 5.
1515.
Ma'am, is it
15,
5 is to 4?
15 is to 12, 5 is to 4. 1 minute. Five is to 4. 5 is to 4 is good.
Ma'am, is the second one 1 is to 5?
Prabhadya.
Ma'am, 1 is to 5.
1 is to 5. 1 is to 5.
Third one.
Any other answer? Second one?
Ma'am, 1 is to 5.
No. Not 1 is to 5.
The second one is 1 is to 5.
Income into saving. Okay.
Ma'am, 5 is to 1.
5
Okay.
is to 1. 1, 7.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be 5 is to 1 only.
Ma'am, is the
5 is
third one 1 is to 4?
1 is to 4. Yes. 1 is to 4. That's right.
You
Okay.
just have to take them from the other two.
Yeah. Now, income and expenditure. How much is the income? 15,000. How much is the expenditure? How much is the expenditure? 12,000. I've cancelled with 3. 5 is to 4. Okay. Then the second one. Income and saving. How much is my income? 15,000. 5. Saving is 3,000.
3,000.
Cancel the zeros. 5 is to 1. Okay. And the third one. Saving. How much is my saving? 3,000.
3,000.
How much is my expenditure?
12,000.
Cancel out the zeros. 3 ones are 4 are 1 is 2. Okay. So what's the homework? You have to do in-text questions. In-text questions 7.1, which has similar exercises. Okay. Ratio questions are there. All questions are ratio questions. You have to solve all of them. Okay. In-text question 7.1, please do at home today. Okay. And we will meet tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow is the PPT presentation.
Yes, tomorrow is the PPT presentation. Any doubt about the presentations?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. We are going to do the present. Yes, Abraham.
How much time will we get?
What time? Same timing, 7:40 we will start.
He's
Okay.
asking how much time do we get to do the
How much
PPT?
time will you guys get? You will get 10 minutes. Okay. Maximum 10 minutes. Okay.
Ma'am,
Each.
will
One
Simeon
of
be there?
Ma'am, my
Will Simeon.
presentation is a little long.
Your presentation is long. Who's speaking? Anna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anna, if you can shorten it a bit, okay? If you want to shorten it a bit, that's okay. Okay. Or I can exceed it to 12 minutes. Anna. Okay. And all of you, if anybody is exceeding 12 minutes. Okay. Simeon is there in the higher level, Abraham. So Simeon will be presenting in Hardik sir's class tomorrow.
Ma'am, but you
Ma'am,
said the
Simeon
first
was
time, ma'am.
from my batch, right? Simeon was in my batch, right?
Simeon was in your batch, yes, but he is promoted
Yeah.
to the secondary level now.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. He's in Hardik, sir.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, but you said that all the classes will do at once.
All the classes are going to have the presentations, yes. So sir's class is going to have presentations. My class, we are going to have presentations. Level
No,
B
ma'am.
is going to have
On the
presentations.
poster, you said we'll all have it at the same timing.
Same timing means same class timing. Means that my class is 7:40 science class. So at 7:40 we'll have presentation. Okay. Their class is 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m. they will have presentation. Okay. You want to see that presentation? Okay.
And it'll be there on YouTube.
It will be there on YouTube. You can see it on YouTube. Yes. Okay. I'll share their link to you. Okay. Done.
Ma'am,
I'll share the high level link to you so you can see their presentations. Okay, Nathaniel, are you joining?
no, ma'am, I will not be presenting anything, but I will just be there to see all the presentations.
You'll be there to watch the presentations. Okay, sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So at you can join Nathaniel. You can join too at 7:40 tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll start at 7:40 and we'll finish it. Okay. And if we have like if we still have time, then we'll do maths also. We'll have a short maths class tomorrow
Yes,
after
ma'am.
the science presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it okay if my presentation becomes a little long?
Is it okay if your presentation becomes little long? 10 minutes is max.
Or
But
15 minutes?
15 minutes.
15 minutes of PPT.
15 minutes.
Okay, take 15 minutes then.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
15 minutes it is.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, that's all for today. See you all
Bye,
tomorrow.
ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye,
Bye.
baby.
Bye.
Bye, Nathaniel. Bye, ma'am. Bye.